Yo guys, what's going on? Welcome to Straight Up MUFC. I am AdamMcKola. He is Straight Up Dee. We are back with another video. We know there's no football right now, but we still got to keep bringing you the content and bringing you the daily stuff to try and keep some sanity in this bitch. What's going on, Dee?
It's not just losing my head in it. You know what I'm saying? Trying to keep it under wraps on it, like.
It's absolute madness at the moment, isn't it?
Yeah, no. This last week's been crazy. Like, it's just been mad, isn't it? Like, it's mad because obviously certain things that were said earlier in the season, like when Liverpool was running away with the league. And I think I tweeted that something then, like, you know, we need to riot or something to stop them winning it. And it's like, it's raw, like, you know, like that, believe it, achieve it, all that kind of, and it's just like now this coronavirus has came and
was it everything we prayed
and now
for?
like I say, like as much as man were joking about it, now it's like
be careful what you wish for, time.
So I'm saying, like, it's bro, I told you off camera, innit, like man went to the hospital today with my missus. Man telling me next time, obviously go having a baby, it's like man, next time man can't roll, you know what I'm saying, like, because it's gone mad. And it's like now, as much as at the start, like a week ago, man was joking about the Scousers may not win the league. Like now, like we may not have football back for
today the Euros have been moved to 2021 in order to try and help the leagues finish their campaigns. But I don't think the leagues start again all for the next 2-3 months. So if you're looking at that, then unless they're going to do things behind closed doors, which again, like we were saying off camera, like we were talking about wrestling and WrestleMania potentially being behind closed doors, which we're going to talk about Straight Up the channel, which you can subscribe to in the link in the description. But like, it just doesn't work without the fans.
Nah, I said to you, I think if you take away like I said, we said against Lask, obviously it was because it was in Eastern Europe or whatever. Like,
kind of felt like it weren't our issue.
Yeah, and at the same time it didn't. I don't know. It's happened before, like, but in this country, I think we were saying it, it's like if we have no fans in the stadium, it's gonna look like a under 21s or you've got game, or you know what I mean. It's gonna look like it's playing in my garden or something. Like, and that's dead to me. Like, I mean, I want the football to come back if it comes back soon, but the longer it goes, to me, inevitably,
because it's forget all the what will happen, kind of like to the league kind of stuff and the scenarios of how it could end. But if you look at the simple facts that it's not going to start in April the 3rd when they're scheduling it, so I think that's likely to be extended. So if that's extended, then you're looking at a period of 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 weeks, however long this goes on for, of teams being inactive. Manchester United have today taken their players out of training indefinitely. So when you think about that, teams are then going to say, well, we need 2 weeks to get up to track or 3 weeks to get up to track. So then if you're asking for that, the league's pushing into June, July. Are they just going to start the league campaign, end it, have a 2-week break and start another one again? What happens to the transfer window? Like, players' contracts are going to be expiring soon. Well, some players.
Ighalo's loans finishing soon.
Now, we're going to talk about that in a bit. We got some questions about it, but like, there's a lot of things that you have to consider, and then even down to some teams at a certain level might not be able to function without match day revenues coming in and things like that. So then, what happens to them? Does the TV money freeze for them? Like, no one knows what's going to happen. So I can't see the league restarting in the next 4 to 6 weeks. That's for sure. Which would then take us to the back end of to May at least.
Well, like I said, I mean, I don't know what the official number is now, like with the UK, with how much people, you know, how many people you're allowed to have in the same place. But like, I would inevitably, whenever this does calm down.
Well, they're not saying numbers; they're just saying no, avoid crowded places. Yeah, but loads of like shows have been cancelled. Football, sports.
They've closed the cinemas and that today, and it's cinemas, theatres. So I think, and I'm sure I've seen something where they said that emergency services won't support large mass gatherings of people, so obviously football would fall into that. And it's like, again, I'm pure speculation, but again, when this does start to die down, if it does, I would assume they're gonna start slowly into, you know, like, I would assume.
And then it's like we're talking about football instances, whereas like you just said, if the emergency services aren't in a position in 2 months to support games can't go ahead. Even without medical staff, because I think regardless of fans, don't need like St. John's ambulance and all those kind of things. So it's just, I don't know, it's just all weird. And then what happens with clubs financially, it's...
What happens with everyone financially,
Yeah,
innit? Like,
it's true.
it's mad. Like, it's a fit. Everyone's in the same boat. This is the mad thing. Like, you know, there's, like I was saying to you, it's like unless you're selling Dettol and toilet roll, everyone's gonna be suffering.
And like when I saw like images of that on Twitter, like I didn't take it seriously. I thought, nah, that's not going on around where I am. And then like, although if you go to this shop down here, you can probably get anything you want. But if you go into Tesco and that, you're not finding everything you want. And so like, it is actually happening right on our doorstep. And I think that's kind of the severity of it. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
like, we kind of have to just take it seriously on that. I say that I'm going football tonight, but then that's like, that's five against five, no third. I'm chilling with you, bro. Like
to now.
But like, do you know what I mean? You've been to a hospital today, like.
Yeah, it's true.
It's like,
I didn't say, just to let everyone know, I didn't see not one person in the hospital yet with a face mask or surgical gloves. Not one of them, you get me. So the man who walk around with surgical gloves, it's all mad. I don't know what that's doing for you, innit? Like, but again, I think it just creates.
I like
more
what
fear.
Nigel Pearson said about it though.
I haven't heard.
He was like, the government needs to take some more responsibility. Like, we're looking to coaches and footballers and this, that, and the, like, bro, it's not like it shouldn't have been up to football clubs to say, you know what, we're not going to play games because at that point the government said Spurs against United was on. Then it was like the Premier League were like, hold up, everyone else is calling off games.
I hear that, but my only thing is as well is like I don't know. I don't think the government's gonna save everyone, innit? Like, you know, like to me, it's like again, you know, like if now, like the government as well.
But there's ways that you act which when you look at like, obviously, I don't want to get too political, and I don't know their stance on everything. So when I say this, I'm not agreeing with everything that he does. But when you look at how Macron's approached it in France, it's kind of put a freeze on, you know, made sure everything's closed legitly, not just advising people that they can't go out, saying you cannot go out, so then businesses and companies can claim their insurance, and then like mortgage holidays, just simple things like that, which then force people to say, actually, I'm in a position not to go to work today, because a lot of people aren't in a position to not go to work. Do you know what I mean? They have to go. So it's like if a decision's made for you where it's like, yo, I'm not gonna have to pay my mortgage for the next few months, or I'm gonna have to, you know, maybe I can afford to just not go in, and then the virus isn't going to spread as much. So it's
but then it's like again, it's a whole kind of worms. But again, like the economy is gonna start failing after this, and so the job that you potentially think that you're gonna go back to, it's probably not gonna be there, innit? You know, like because it's again like you look at we go bring it back to the football world. Like I don't know, like the people who are say work on the stores outside Old Trafford or all these other clubs, these people who make money from the influx of people into Manchester, like, you know, you can say like, oh, but it's like that they may have, the people who own these businesses, they may have gone under.
And then like you mentioned, obviously Manchester and certain companies and people and individuals around football grounds will be affected in Manchester as well. So I'm not saying it won't happen there, but when you take that then out of the bigger cities like Manchester, London, Birmingham, and you take it into the smaller cities where football clubs are the lifeblood of those cities, then it's 100%. Affecting them people even more, because there's some bars and clubs, well, obviously bars and clubs are being advised not to go to now, but yeah, it's a bit, I don't know, it's a bit peak in it for everyone. Anyway, let's try and move on from that madness. Let's look at some questions. Manny's sent us in a question. He's a regular on the channel as well, so thanks, Manny. He says, does Ighalo deserve a permanent move to Man United based on his good performances, or does that contradict United's transfer strategy of signing young players? Firstly, do you think the transfer strategy of signing young players means we won't sign any older players? I don't necessarily think that. I think it just means a balance.
I disagree. I think obviously, especially for if we're paying big dough for people, I think you'd want them to probably be a bit younger. But it's a difficult one with Ighalo. I mean, because how old is he? Was he 30? Is he 30?
30. He's going to turn 31, I think.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest, I mean, again, we need more strikers anyway. So I don't think it goes necessarily against what we're trying to do. But I think there's an issue with Ighalo in particular because his actual wages are astronomical.
I don't think he'd be looking. And you got to look at China. in terms of they've got a transfer cap now.
Yeah.
So his next extension isn't going to be a big one anyway.
Oh yeah, no. 100%.
So he has to kind of accept that. Yo, I'm gonna have to take a hit. You look at how much he enjoys being here. Even if he gets paid 150 bag a week, 100 bag a week, I think it takes it.
Nah.
You're not getting that anywhere else. Where's he moving from China?
300 bags, and you've got his set in stone.
How long is his contract left at China?
I think it's 2 years. He got 2 years left.
Exactly. After that,
2 years left at 300 bag a week.
He can't. Nah, but I reckon he takes a move to United.
I think at the same time, because I was thinking about it before, like obviously he's taking a pay cut to come to us. I think
There'd be a signing on for United.
Yeah, but I'm thinking like the money that even if you took a pay cut, I think long term, like beyond your career in Man United, I think you'd still be able to make money because you're gonna always be linked with Man United now, and like that's worth money in itself. You could
I think he's the kind of player that stays.
I don't know. Like he said himself, and obviously he said, "Wait."
Does he deserve a permanent move? That's one of the questions.
Does he deserve it? I mean, obviously he's done well, innit? Like it's what's happened now is a big shame, innit? Because had he have continued it, I mean, I'd take him, innit? Like he's looked neat.
I'm the same, and I think Martial and Rashford, they're going to be the main focal point of the attack. So Ighalo being a squad member, is that a bad thing to have?
He's sorry to cut you. It's like he's not. He's not kicking up bare fuss because he's not starting, and again, even when he's starting, he's scored on every single start,
and he doesn't look like he would.
Yeah, like he doesn't look a proper humble brother. So for me, that's what I said earlier. Like it's a shame, like I say, that this has happened, and we can't get to see him play out potentially the remainder of his loan.
The FA Cup of the Europa League.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Because even that'd be massive. Like, but
yeah, I know it's funny about Liverpool and all that, but like. And I laugh about it a lot because, like, in these dire straits, you kind of have to find something to laugh at. But I wish the season was still going on because we were going for something.
Yeah.
And I do think Ighalo should be given a new deal, a deal.
Yeah, I would take him. Like, especially with. I mean, again, I don't think we're not renowned. Well, in recent years for splashing the cash. So I don't think we'd be buying. I'm not sure if we'd even be buying another striker. So I'd take him in it. But
yeah,
like I say, he's.
And then you can just strengthen the wing.
His wages could be an issue, to tell you the truth.
I don't think it will be. Jake 0406 says, "Do we have a chance of the title next season?" Again, when is next season? It could be in 2-3 years. No,
even again, I don't want to start going back into it's like, what does our season even look like next season? Like, you know, like if this season don't finish, like,
are we in the Europa League next season or in the Champions League? I think, let's say the trajectory of this season was gonna not keep rising because I think that's unrealistic. We're never gonna just keep going on, keep going. Yeah. We probably would have carried on, maybe finished 4th or 5th.
4th.
Yeah, let's say maybe picked up a trophy or not.
Yeah,
but. I think the season would have ended and we would have been like, right, Ollie's kind of improved things, he's going to stay. What signings do you now make? And it all depends on that, really, innit?
Yeah.
Can we can we do it in one window?
No. You can't. From where Liverpool are now, just the points different. Even if Liverpool were to drop off the points, you can't close that gap. I think that's such an unrealistic target. I mean, I'd love to say we'll be challenging for the title. I don't think we have a realistic. Obviously, anything can happen in football. Football's kind of taught me that over the years, but I just think if you're looking at where
the gap, because you'd expect Liverpool to they're not gonna be as good as they are or were this season. They're not gonna win as many games. I don't think. So they're probably gonna drop at least 5, 6, 7 more points at the very minimum.
That's still a massive gap.
And United. The games where we've dropped points, you'd expect us to win some of them. So we could bridge the gap, but then some might say we overperformed in other games.
That's what I mean. I don't necessarily think we've overperformed, but I think we've had good results against the better teams, and it's like the pressure to just repeat that again. That's massive.
I think next season though, look, I'm not saying we have a chance of winning the title. I'm just saying if we had a good summer, it's not that far off. But next season we should be going into thinking top 4 is guaranteed. How good can it be? Like, 100%. Not maybe saying win. All right, let's challenge for the league, but like we shouldn't be scraping the barrel for top 4 next season. Because the summer that we build onto this should be leaving us in a position to.
We need to be in, regardless of how the season finishes. To be honest, I mean I don't want to get gassed with the addition of Fernandes. If we can keep Pogba, because again, we've seen, look, if you look on paper, I know paper and on the picture, two different things, but on paper, like our midfield looks tough now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We've got like probably a couple of the best young players in the world in the 4 positions in Martial and Rashford. We've got England's captain or whatever
Is it?
Harry Kane's captain in it, but
Yeah.
England's best centre back. Got a keeper, one of the best keepers in the world. He's had a bit of dodgy form, but you know, so we have got the base to do it. But like I say, I just think that the gap's too big at the moment. Like I said, the season after, definitely, I think we should be 100% challenging, but we need to be there or thereabouts next season, 100%. We can't be like, we need to be staying in the top 4 as a minimum the whole season.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like
On the same note, Kevin Green said, who would your 3 and 3 out for next season be? And I sent you this yesterday. Did you prepare something? I didn't even prepare something.
I didn't, you know. I looked at it, but I was thinking, again, because it's mad. It's mad, like.
Alright, let's do it together then. 3 outs, probably easier, isn't it?
Phil Jones.
Phil Jones, I agree. Marcus Rojo, or stay or go?
He can go in it, like, but it's he don't even get
Doesn't matter.
He don't get a sniff anyway. So yeah, he can go.
Who else is there? Andres Pereira, Jesse Lingard.
Yeah, Pereira probably needs to go too.
So we're saying Pereira.
He's
John,
just not long signed a new contract though.
Maybe, I'm not sure. We give him out like hotcakes. With Jesse, I think he might go. I wouldn't put him in my 3 out because I don't think he's in the top 3 worst players or players that we should move on. And I think part of a squad as a backup maybe, but I think he'll probably think, I don't want a fresh start somewhere. And he'll probably see Italy, cut it out there.
You don't want to leave Man United, especially as a Man United fan. Like it's not gonna. But
he's not appreciated, is he?
I don't know. Like, it depends what you listen on it, because it's like, if you listen to Twitter, then you know, if you listen to Twitter, then you'd think he's probably enemy number 1. But I don't know. Like, he must. He's like a kind of a polarizing figure. So I think. I mean, again, we were talking about wrestling. It's like some people just love to hate. I think they love to hate Jesse Lingard. Because literally, when he was dancing at the Emirates and all this sort of crap,
they all loved him.
Man's is flipping noshing man off and that. And it's like, now he's hit bad form and that, which is, again, he has to kind of, you do have to react to it. This is the only thing where I have seen him in recent times, and I think, like, bro, you kind of, I'll kind of back you in it, but bro, you kind of do need to step up the performances.
I think everyone can admit that.
Yeah, but like, should he go? I wouldn't get rid of him, tell you the truth, because I think if he goes to somewhere with less pressure, I guarantee I was gonna say tear it up, but I think
he does well.
Yeah, 100%. Because again, like, to me, I think he's still one of the most intelligent.
I think a team like Spurs would do well as well without that pressure of a big club.
Yeah, 100%.
3 in. Is Jadon Sancho with one we'd both agree with, just to make the first one easy?
Yeah, we can go Sancho.
Okay. Where else do you think we need to strengthen? Would Ighalo count, or does keeping him not count?
He would just be one of them ones where if you can sort out a deal, you do it.
Okay, so
but again, like, it's not imperative to stay. So to me, if I says we need to get 3 players in, Ighalo
what position?
I'd say midfield again. So I mean, for me, I've said it before. I'd want Grealish, to tell you the truth. Like, I think
even if Pogba stays. Because he's not.
I think if we got Jadon Sancho and Grealish, I think he'd want to stay, because I think we are building.
Can you fit
something.
them all into the same team?
It's a big season. Again, we've seen with Pogba. Pogba's been out for basically the whole season, and like, people are gonna get injured. The squad rotation for all these different competitions. Again, if we're in, who knows what we're in next season? If
the league does start again and Villa get relegated, then Jack Grealish isn't really going to care first choice on that if he can come to Man United.
I think he'd want to start in it, but again, I think
he'd probably fancy himself to keep his spot.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you could play him left or right.
Yeah, I think he's a lot more flexible. And I think you mentioned before with Ighalo, I think he'd Martial kind of probably has got a kick on. And I think the same thing would do to our midfield, isn't it? Because as much as, again, like, obviously Fernandes, Pogba, McTominay, Matic, Fred, obviously we've got some decent midfielders, but I think
Grealish is a player that would play a free role, isn't he?
Yeah, and again, I think he's flexible to do so. Like I say, he can come from the left, can come from the right, because he's got a goal in him. He's definitely got an assist in him. I think he's If this is football manager, I'm buying.
So Sancho, Grealish, safe. Would a defensive-minded midfielder be one, or with Matic signing a new deal?
Yeah.
Well, not signing a new deal. We've triggered his extension, which I assume he's happy about. Because we probably would have had an agreement to say let him go. So let's say, I mean, he's probably happy with it, especially considering when's the season going to end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But would you still get a defensive-minded midfielder? There's obviously someone like Thomas Partey that a lot of people talk about his quality. Or would centre half be the case? Koulibaly.
There's a lot of money. I'd love to say Koulibaly now, but I just don't. Do United splashing that cash in it?
At the moment we've got Maguire, Lindelof, Bailly, Twanzebe. In our outs we had Jones and Rojo. So we've got them four.
Me, but I mean, I want to see Maguire and Bailly on a more regular basis. Tell you the truth, I mean. But I'm not sold by Lindelof, to tell you the truth. So I mean, I would look to get a centre back. So I don't really think we'd get Koulibaly. But if it was up to me, then potentially that's probably who I'd buy.
We'll sell Phil Jones for 100 million and use that money.
100 million. I think I don't know if someone would take him if you paid.
Newcastle were linked with him recently as well. For like
they're on by Mike Ashley, though, and he's flipping renowned to be tight.
Last thing before we go, have you seen this?
The new kit.
Rumoured. Footy Headlines are usually spot on. They have themselves said, though, it is not confirmed yet. So they're not putting everything on it. But it looks like something I could imagine. Now, when I first saw it, I thought, But now I'm kind of coming around to it.
To be honest, it's like, I mean, I have seen it. I mean, I can see that it's got the Chevrolet thing on there. But I seen one where it was like higher or something like.
Oh, yeah, because Chevrolet's not going to be on there, right, next season? Is that correct?
From what I can see, I mean, I don't keep up. There's that many sponsorship deals, I can't keep up with what Ed Woodward's doing, to tell you the truth, in it. But football kits to me, it's mad because I know I sound like I'm some bitter old man.
It expires next year.
Is it next year and that? But I don't know. All the kits are all the same, innit? I remember seeing before, like over a 20-year period. And obviously, I've had a majority of these kits, but you look at the United kits over the years, and literally the only thing changes is more time is the sponsor, innit? You know, like obviously it's predominantly a red shirt or whatever. The cup and chain, you know what I'm saying? All they're damn near all the same, innit? Like
these are very similar. The 08 and the current.
Like the only thing that changed was like, you know, the background on here, and like that's red, that's the round. It's not.
What's your favourite shirt?
Of all time.
Favourite shirt.
Mine
on there.
I love the Cantona one. You know, was it the one with Beckham scored from the halfway line against Wimbledon?
With the black and white collar.
Yeah, and you can flip that up. I love that idea. To the truth. To me, it's like it baffles me. Like none of the new shirts, none of them have collars in it.
You know the Champions League kit in '99?
Yeah, that was
it.
Had
the badge like that. It had the badge like that. That was a neat kit. That was one of my favourite. The green and yellow one was neat as well.
I did like the when you know when we first went to Nike, and the Van Nistelrooy when we Van Nistelrooy against
with the thing here. Rooney's first kit.
Was it Rooney's first kit? I
think it was before against Fenerbahce in it.
No, I think it was. That was about.
Was it? Rooney.
2000, was it 2003 though.
Was that the first night kit?
Nah, I'm sure it was black before that.
That one?
I'm sure we had a black one. No, we had a black one before that.
I know, you're on about the black. I know which black one you're on about. The one that we beat Liverpool in.
The one that when Rude hit the bar against Arsenal and they was getting 49.
Stand up, speak up one.
I believe so.
I don't know. There was some great kits though, man.
That one I do like that because again when we went to Nike, obviously as a kid again, man just loved Nike and it sort of, like when we was going to Nike.
That Umbro wasn't like something to get gassed about.
No street credit.
But then like that was probably the best sponsor.
In terms
sharp and how it looked on the kits.
But like I said, the Beckham one with the collars, and I love that one.
Yeah, that was a neat kit.
Which
the blue one that we beat Arsenal in the Champions League was very good.
Yeah, that was
the Ronaldo one. That was very, very good. But yeah, probably the Champions League '99 kit, or the green and yellow one. Do you remember the red one that had the stadium in the shirt? That was mad, innit? Yeah, and it was the next blue and white one that had the players' names in it.
I think that's
going up and down.
Which is the first kit you had on it? Or first?
There's pictures of me in the green and yellow one and the red the red one with the collars and the 94 one. You know, with the. But I don't know if they were my first. I might have had one before then and just can't remember and haven't seen a picture of it.
I remember mine. The sharp view cam, the grating, gigs on the back, and that.
Yeah, that's
gassed. That was when football kits were actually.
I had the green and yellow. I had the red, and I had the blue and white. So it's one of them.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's when football kits were affordable. The kits now are mad thing, like $80 or something.
I used to have a hook up for kits every summer, but let's not talk about that right now. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching Straight Up MUFC. Make sure you subscribe to Straight Up. We're gonna do a video about wrestling. WrestleMania's today's Straight Up podcast and talking about how all sport's been cancelled and all that stuff. So make sure you're checking that out. Keep it like, comment, share, subscribe. For now, I've been AdamMcKola. He's been Dean. Any final words, Dean? At Straight Up D on Twitter.
Just need to subscribe in it, because obviously man are gonna be stuck in quarantine, and if man ain't subscribing, man ain't gonna leave my house. So
and unless one of us get it, then
speak, mate.
We're gonna keep making content. But then if one of us get it, we've probably both got it. So we're gonna just have to carry on. It's dark days, but we'll hopefully brighten them up a bit. Keep it like, comment, share, subscribe. What's that noise, man?
I think that might be my phone still.
It's a mad beeping. His beeper's popping off. See you later.